Well, hello friends, and welcome to Worship on Wheels number 19. Tell you, it's been a week, a little over a week since we did one. Chin strap's undone this morning. You ever do that? You ever get on and just forget to do your chin strap? Stop here in a minute and do it. But yeah, if you can tell, it's kind of dark. It's been raining on and off for about 2 weeks now, and last week I didn't get to do it because it seemed like every time I would go out it was like monsoon. It's good to be back, and if I get a little bit wet, I'll get a little bit wet, won't be a problem. Well, I hope you're doing well. And I hope that life is treating you like you need to be treated. Man, these roads are just still wet, man. I thought they would have dried out, but no. Yeah, and getting out on the two-wheeler is just impossible in this stuff. All right, we'll stop up here on the right, and I'll share a quick Bible verse with you. I'll get my chin strap going, and we'll share some stories, and we'll talk a little bit, and hopefully encourage you for your week. I love Worship on Wheels. It speaks to me because it forces me also to dig a little bit, to figure out what I'm doing and figure out where I am in my life. So it doesn't just benefit the ones who listen, it also benefits me. So I'm going to pull over right here, and I'm going to do my chin strap, and I'm going to bring up this Bible verse. The Bible verse this week is one that I'm sure you've heard. It's Isaiah 40:31. It says, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint." Man, running and not growing weary. I remember those days, man. As you know, I am a track coach, and I'm going to share a couple of things with you. The first thing I am going to share with you is a story. It's a Native American folklore story. Many of you may have heard this story. It's the story of a young Indian brave who goes out and finds an eagle's egg. And not wanting to destroy it and not wanting the bird to die, he takes the eagle's egg and he puts it with a bunch of hens from prairie chickens. Now, prairie chickens don't fly, and they just kind of flutter along the ground and eat grains and that sort of thing, grains and worms and that sort of things. And the eagle hatches, and he grows and he grows and he grows, and years go by, and there's this giant eagle out walking around with the prairie chickens. He'll fly 10 feet like the prairie chicken and land on the ground. And one day he looks up and he sees this majestic bird flying over, and it's an eagle. And he looks at his fellow chicken and he goes, "What is that?" And the chicken goes, "That's an eagle. You can never be like that." Yeah, let that sink in just a minute, right? A two-way stop with no crossroad. Yeah, it's the silliest thing ever. Anyway, that intersection will never soar like an eagle, and the rain is beginning. But I want to share a little story. I have a runner, and this runner, I'm not going to say their name or whether it's a boy or a girl or any of that, and this is not true with just this runner. I've had this with several runners. We'll even go further than that. And what I observe, I'll see a runner who goes out and they run, and they're running hard, and they're doing well. They're doing, honestly, they're going faster than you or I could go. Certainly at my age anyway. Not as fast as I will be honest there as well. But they're going faster, certainly faster than I can go now. And so they're doing well. They're running that 540, 545 mile, which is a good mile, but not a great mile. And I'm watching them, and I'm watching the expression on their face. I'm looking at their breath. I have observed them. Secure this thing real quick. Just in case the rain starts picking up heavy. But I observed them, and I realized that they are just not remotely running to the potential that they have. And I sit down with them after the race, and they may have even placed in the top 5, the top 4, top 3, maybe even the top 2. And I let them know, hey, that was good, but there is so much more in you. I see it in you. I need you to believe in you like I believe in you, because you are capable of so much more. And I'm not saying it to tickle their ear or to make them feel better or to try to just get more out of them so we can put a trophy on the mantle. It's not about that. It's about reaching your potential, your maximum potential. To run. Yeah, to run and not grow weary. Don't grow weary of doing the right thing. You know, there's a difference in being out of breath and being weary. Weary is that beat down, that emotional beat down where you just go, man, I just can't do it anymore. You know, weariness is that down to the bone marrow, down to your very soul, your existence. And to run and not grow weary of it is what I talked to them about. It isn't about being tired. It's not about being out of breath. It's not even about hurting. It's about digging down deep and bringing out the potential that God has placed within you. You know, we do have a responsibility to do that. You know, there's a book by Og Mandino called The Greatest Salesman in the World. Excellent book too, by the way. But I'm going to paraphrase here out of that book. It says, it's better to aim for the moon and hit an eagle than aim for an eagle and hit a rock. Aim high. Aim higher than your most lofty dream of what your potential actually is. You're going to be surprised at what you can actually accomplish at any age. You know, I will say this. In my lifetime, and my life is not over, at least not yet. It could be in the next 30 seconds, right? A tree could fall on me. But my life isn't over yet. What potential do I have in me now? I don't know. But I will say this. Everything in my life, everything that I've ever aspired to do, I did it. I know what you're saying. You're saying, Coach Bob, you must have aimed awfully low. You don't have a big giant house on the hill. You don't have, 7 figures in your checking account. You don't have all of the finest of the fine. You're right, I don't. I never expected to. I never expected to have what I have. I hit bullseye, absolute bullseye on everything I aimed for. And I've told my children that. Make sure that you aim for what you really desire in this life. Because the desire and the quest for excellence will take you a lot further than desire and the quest for mediocrity. No, I did not live a mediocre life. I didn't. And my life is one of great blessing and tremendous success. But if it was on the scale of quantifying in the standard of dollars and cents and square feet heated, there are those who walk around with a sour look on their face that might disagree with me. But the truth is I smile every day, and I'm grateful for what I have, and I get to do the things that I want to do. And God has blessed me with that, and I really am grateful for it. So maybe I did aim low. Maybe I aimed high in the areas that matter and low in the ones that didn't, or at least they didn't matter to me. I don't know the answer to that question, because I'm always trying to figure things out, and I'm over analytical to a point of really, it's not real healthy sometimes when you overthink everything. But I do. It's what made me good at my job. It's what makes me good at being a husband. The fact that I do these things, that I think about these things. So, you know, as we go through our life, as we get older, we start to think about these things. But you don't want to overanalyze and beat yourself up. But you also don't want to be an eagle walking around with a bunch of chickens. Expect more. Be more. Chase it. Pursue excellence in every endeavor in your life. That is your calling. That is my calling. I used to tell my kids, if you're going to be the garbage man, walk around with a rag in your pocket. Wipe the garbage cans out. Be the best garbage man in the world. There's no shame in being a garbage man. There's no shame in sweeping a floor or cleaning a toilet. There is no shame in being the CEO and making $8 million a year. Do it with honor, do it with integrity. And you, my friend, will soar like eagles. Well, there you have it. Hope you've enjoyed this little episode. I know I did. It was a wake-up call for me this week to appreciate what I have, to work a little harder, and to chase the lofty dreams that God has for me. Now know this, my friends, you, yes you are loved, and so am I, and that is really, really good news, isn't it? Make sure this guy don't run over me. Now, go change the world. We'll see you next week. Woohoo! The liquid sunshine.